Engineering for Change has begun a pilot initiative to benchmark the efforts of engineering societies and associations towards achieving the SDGs. The outcomes of this roundtable will be integrated with our benchmarking results into a publicly available report on the engineering response to the 2030 agenda following this event. Please stay tuned for details on that release. Now, I'd like to switch gears to introduce our incredible group of Rising Star Award nominees. These emerging leaders are all leveraging technology to achieve social impact and have been nominated by our community of partners. The Rising Stars will present their pitches now, and you will be able to select our winner immediately after. So let's get started with our first pitch.
Did you know each year 2.1 trillion gallons of clean water is just lost through pipe leakages? Water is one of the most precious resources in the planet, yet the companies trying to solve it face enormous amounts of issues related to downtime, operational maintenance, IT challenges, and so on. Out of the 140,000 water treatment plants that are there in the States, each lose out on an average $500,000 per year. They have to process enormous amount of data and hire data scientists to solve these issues, but yet are unable to get to the core of the problem. And that's where Hydropro Plus comes in. We at Hydropro provide robust hydrometric information systems, which allow you to extract real-time water quality index intelligence from data. This allows the water stakeholders to benefit from these data as well as reduce their fallbacks over time. So we've been active for the last year. We've successfully deployed our hydrometric information system, with Bangladesh WASA making us the first ever to do it in the country. We've been also accepted into the Watson Institute Accelerator Program, and we've been partnering with leading water management companies from all over the world to solve these problems headstrong. Our interdisciplinary team consists of meteorologists, civil engineers, physicists, mathematicians, who are obsessed with data and have a deep underlying understanding of the issues related to water management. I'm trained as a mathematician from the University of Glasgow, but share a huge passion with my team in using AI to solve these problems. I've been recently selected as one of the 17 young leaders by United Nations to solve the SDGs, and also a current finalist for Young Champion of the Earth Initiative by United Nations Environment Program. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Ching. Our team is building a civic tech initiative, Reconnect, to close the last mile disaster relief gaps and build long-term resilience for underserved communities. We have entered the age of disasters. Around the world, storms, floods, and fires are growing in frequency and severity, threatening people's health and safety. Our work started in Puerto Rico, home to 3 million people. It is one of the many places that have been confronted with one shock after another. Over the past 2 years, we learned from the front line in Puerto Rico that there's an urgent need to bridge the current operation, information, and coordination gaps between local community groups and humanitarian aid agencies to meet the growing challenges of helping those most affected. Reconnect is filling the missing links with human networks, data, and machine intelligence through 4 functions. Mobilize. We equip community groups to recruit residents to collect human-level information and participate in local disaster relief missions. Assess. We integrate local information to help guide disaster planning and preparation. Coordinate. We provide coordination support for directing relief goods and services to the right places when needed. Monitor. We help individuals and organizations track their efforts over time to demonstrate impact and adapt to changes. We are an interdisciplinary, women-led team from MIT, Harvard, and Puerto Rico. We work closely with our partners, building people-centered technology, collaborative governance, and sustainable community engagement for a more resilient future. We would like to thank MIT's Ideas for the nomination and Impact Engineered for the opportunity to connect with a global network of changemakers. We'd love to hear from you.
For For nature's way, choose Greenway. Today, we are focusing on our household farming systems that are self-watering, self-draining, and reduce the risks associated with flooding and pest attacks. They consist of insect repellent lights, and they have the capacity to house a minimum of 60 shallow root crops. It is modular in design, easy to monitor, water, and space efficient. Additionally, it features temperature controls and artificial sunlight. Greenway Inc. was inspired by the household farming system. The company seeks to enhance farming methods, especially in urban societies, to increase food supply safely and healthily. To do so, Greenway Inc. builds modern farming devices using simple yet modern technologies for optimal results. And here we have our specially engineered organic pesticide. It is safe to use in the home among pets and children. Greenway Inc. is located at M. Hatfield Street, Worthmanville, Georgetown. Telephone number 592-681-8529.
Hello, my name is Isaac Sassy, and I'm the CEO of Sassy Technologies. I am excited to share how my team is solving post-harvest losses in Africa through technology. Up to 30% of grains grown in sub-Saharan Africa is lost to post-harvest losses, with moisture and storage-related issues accounting for majority of the causes of the losses. And this happens because farmers are often unable to access affordable technologies that can help them measure their moisture content and store properly. This results in grains being infested with insects and mold, and farmers losing a lot of their income. While technologies exist to solve these moisture and storage related problems, smallholder farmers are often unable to access them because they are complicated to use, they are difficult to find, and they are expensive, far often outside the reach of the farmers. To solve this problem, my team developed Grain-Made's Grain Moisture Meter, an affordable, effective moisture meter that makes it easy for farmers to measure the moisture content in their grains before storage. With Grain-Made, farmers can know whether their grains are dry enough for storage so that they can reduce mold growth and insect infestation. It costs 4 times less than existing solutions while offering better accuracy. And we have paired Grain-Mate with hermetic storage technology and have made it available to farmers. And what's nice is that farmers only have to exchange a few bags of grains to be able to access the moisture meter and then the hermetic storage bags. And even what's more exciting is that we have created a marketplace where we are now able to list the produce of farmers onto the marketplace for them to get premium prices. And what that has resulted in is a reduction of losses and an increase in the incomes of farmers by as much as 30%. All of this is being made possible by our passionate team that is dedicated to empowering farmers with affordable technologies. I am very grateful to Impact Engineered for this nomination, and will continue to work to create and live in a world where poverty and hunger does not exist. Thank you.
Hello, Impact Engineered attendees. I'm Sagun Saxena, co-founder of Coco Networks. Do you recognize this? It's charcoal, one of the main cooking fuels used by households in African cities. Burning it releases deadly emissions, and its production drives deforestation and climate change. So why don't households use cleaner fuels like cooking gas? Well, these fuels and these appliances are expensive, and the fuel is only available in large purchase volumes rather than the small daily quantities that most households can afford. 5 years ago, with backing from the Clean Cooking Alliance and private investors, we set out to change this. We focused on bioethanol because this fuel burns cleanly and is already produced at scale across Africa in a way that's truly sustainable. The big question for us was how to get this fuel safely and efficiently to customers, as we knew that packing it in single-use plastic bottles would be too expensive to scale. Our solution, live today in Kenya, starts with an affordable cook stove that we've designed to the highest ISO standards and that we manufacture ourselves in India. Each stove comes with a reusable fuel canister that is registered to the customer's prepaid account. In Nairobi, customers obtain fuel by walking to their nearest Coco point, which is basically a smart self-service fuel ATM that we've designed, which is now in nearly 700 shops throughout the city. Customers dock their canisters, enter a PIN, and simply choose the amount of fuel they want. The Coco point has dozens of sensors that our network operations center monitors 24 hours a day. When the fuel level is low, our fuel supply partner, which is the Shell licensee in Kenya, sends one of their tanker trucks to refill the Coco point within minutes. This model zeroes out packaging costs and leverages the capabilities of a global energy major. The end result is cheap, clean cooking fuel available everywhere in Nairobi. Just 1 year after launch, nearly 250,000 people in Nairobi are benefiting themselves and the environment by using Coco cooking technology every day. And this is just the beginning. We're currently planning clean fuel networks in other cities and designing ATM-based solutions for distributing other basic goods like milk and vegetable oil. Your recognition of Coco means a lot to our engineering teams and will help us attract the partners and the talent we need to achieve our vision. So, on behalf of everyone at Coco, thank you all for your support.
What an amazing group. I'm certainly going to have a hard time deciding who to vote for.